I woke up at 3:12 just naturally.
And this one's going to be entirely on leash because there was a dog fight that broke out.
Let's see what it says. Okay, I am recording this the morning after because what I was expecting to be a relatively chill work party turned out to be a super sick night. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the where I'm going to try to turn from this back into this. Yesterday, I said that I was going to probably hit arms this morning as the lift. I did not do that. I woke up at 3:12 just naturally, went and peed, came back to bed, and was like, I'm actually pretty awake for how early it is. Maybe I should just stay awake. And then I talked myself into, I should probably get as much sleep as I can during something like this. Lack of food, lots of exercise, sleep's gonna be really important. I still had my alarm set for 4:30, so I was like, another hour, that'd be fine. Lay back down and slept through the first alarm. My next alarm is at like 5:15. Woke up at that one, decided it was already too late, went back to bed. So it's now 6:39. So it's 6:39, 6:40, and I have been up for about 30 minutes. Woke up at about 6, and I'm fine with that, honestly. We were just gonna hit arms, and while I still should have, it's not super important, and I do need to spend some time getting back in the swing of things. I have a knack for overloading my plate with too much different stuff, and then usually it kind of falls apart and I piece it back together, or I can somehow blow it together in one go, but definitely need to get used to it. And yeah, so we didn't go to the gym. Another thing that I forgot, I really did start this cut at the worst possible time. I have my company's annual work meeting, not my company, the company I work for, annual work party that's after work today, and I forgot about that. So there it's like all paid for, we're gonna get a party bus, there's gonna be food and catering and stuff, and I don't really want to not eat at a work party. Also, it starts at 6, and I don't have my after hours walk today, but I still am not going to get home until like 5, and so I have an hour to get ready, to get home, get ready, and then leave, and it's like a half hour away. So timing is going to be a little bit rough. But either way, what I'm still going to do today is eat a little bit of breakfast. I'm thinking 200 grams chicken, maybe 100 grams of vegetables, and 1 tortilla. And I think that should divvy it up enough to where at night I can have 300 grams chicken, the rest of my vegetables, 2 tortillas, split it up a little bit better, and get the same macros and stuff. I'm pretty sure that the catering tonight is Mexican food, so I can still prioritize eating like chicken, or meat, I should say. Probably maybe not super lean chicken, but meat and stuff. So yeah, so today's gonna be a weird one. We have 3 walks today, not 4. I have my morning walk and my 2 work walks. So I'm hoping that while we are out and about tonight that I can get another few thousand steps in and still get close to 20,000, like 18,000 steps would be great. Yeah, so rough start, but it's fine. Oh, we're gonna do a weigh-in and a physique check now before I eat, and before I eat and before I'm bloated and drink much water and stuff. So we're gonna do that real quick, just so we have a more realistic comparison and representation of what I look like. And yeah, so let's get to it. All right, let's see what it says. 218. Okay. And I totally forgot last time that I could 0.5 this so that I don't have to be as far back. But so 218, so what we're weighing. 218.4, and more, it's really not any better than basically 220. So it's 1 a.m. in the morning. I haven't eaten anything, haven't drank any water. I think I still have some stuff that needs to work its way through. I'm kind of considering in the next couple of days, we're just wolfing down some oranges or some apples and get a bunch of fiber, because I was eating a lot before, and then I just changed from eating a lot to eating a huge portion of chicken at the end of the day, which is definitely not the best way to do it. But yeah, so this is morning physique. I think also, man, this light sucks. Can I move this at all? No, I can't. I need a light like here, would be really great. What I am gonna do also, once I'm on a better schedule, is after the gym I'm gonna do physique check so we can do it all pumped up and it'll look really cool. So these are only gonna get better and better. Another thing is I'm pretty deflated because I really haven't been working out anything but chest for a while. And so, if you know anything about lifting, when you stop lifting for a couple of weeks, you're not necessarily getting weaker or lose muscle or anything like that, but your body just deflates. Your body's just storing less in your muscles, less water and all that. So since the last 2.5 weeks, I have only hit chest, and before that, I was intermittently hitting legs and back. I definitely am flat. I'm flat and fat, so it's a horrible combination. So what's going to happen is we're going to inflate a little bit over a couple of weeks, and then as we diet down, we're going to deflate a little bit, because what happens, and then eventually we'll start like seeing the results of the cut, and then I'll start looking big again. But that's a couple of months down the road. We're not anywhere near there yet. So yeah, it's probably close to 7 now, and I need to start getting ready for work already. And yeah, we'll get some walks in, get some cardio done, and I'll lose some fat. 212 grams of chicken and a nice 100 grams of vegetables. Microwave. A well-balanced breakfast.
Not sure if I threw in a clip of walk 1, but we were on walk 2, and this one's going to be entirely on leash because there was a dog fight that broke out. Not my dogs. My dogs are too amazing. But 2 other dogs on a dog fight, and I don't really feel like dealing with any potential drama of anyone attacking my dogs or my dogs wigging out. Because if you know anything about dogs, sometimes they just wig out. But either way, it's kind of better because we're getting some steps in, some extra steps to make up for the no afternoon walk today. And yeah, so see you at walk 3. All right, we are back home. I forgot to record anything of walk number 3, but we did 3 walks, and walk number 3 was pretty chill, not nearly as many steps. We just kind of hung out, so steps gonna be a little lower today, but I'm absolutely starving and I need to make some food right this second or I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna make this real quick and then we'll get back with you. Now this was originally uncooked 4 pounds of chicken, and it has lasted 2 nights. So I'm gonna just finish all this off and then I'll explain what we're eating the rest of the day. 197 grams of chicken. Oops, shit. 181 grams of vegetables. Microwave until it's done. Well, that makes meal number 2. Not exactly dinner, but meal number 2. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Being able to eat like a dog and eat the same thing every night and enjoy it every night is so nice for losing weight, because I can eat the same thing every night, exactly the same amount of calories with such little thought, and actually enjoy it. And that makes life so much easier. However, I was having some cravings today, like way worse than last time. And I think it's because I was eating particularly worse in the last couple of months. A lot of ice cream, a lot of just sweets in general. Ice cream. They have the jumbo Reese's that are like crunchy. Oh, those things, I've eaten probably 30 of those things in the last like month and a half. So I noticed that. So on top of hunger, being hungry, I had a separate feeling of just craving specific foods. And that was getting to me mentally more than the hunger was, which is kind of how it goes typically with me anyways. I definitely get super addicted to sugar. I've always been very much of a sugar addict, and I love my ice cream, I love my sweets. And so, to be expected, it's more difficult than dealing with the hunger itself. But man, there's walking to a gas station, get a receipt for how much gas I got, and just walking past the candy aisle, I was just like, oh man, I want some so bad. But not gonna have any. And I still do have my popsicles. Same brand, Outshine. Having 3 every night for now to satiate that sugar need. They're also 60 calories each or 70 calories each, so 3 of them at the most is 210 calories, which is within my caloric budget. I think I'm going to be at 1,800 until I start to, not necessarily plateau, but when the weight loss slows down, after I get a good gauge of how much weight I'm going to be losing. Once I do eventually have to bring the calories down, that's going to drop down to 2 or maybe 1 popsicle. Last time, I think even when I was at 1,300 calories, 1,350, whatever it was, I was still having 2. It'd be nice to chip off just like even 60 more calories, because 60 calories a day is another 300 calories a week, which does add up over time. So we'll see how long 3 or 2 popsicles last. But I'm also in a bit of a trial period with this diet, calorically, because there's going to be a few days where, just since I'm eating significantly less carbs, all that like carb weight is going to fall off. The excess water weight that's being stored is going to fall off. Now that I'm eating significantly less volume of food, the stuff that's still in my like gastrointestinal tract, I can't talk, is going to work its way through eventually. So that excess couple of pounds is going to be gone. So once the kind of bigger jumps in weight are going to be gone, then I'll have a more realistic look at how fast I'm going to be losing weight. Hoping for 2 to 2.5 pounds a week is what I'm going to hope for. And yeah, I forget where I was going with that. I'm too hungry. So, anyways, this is what I'm eating. It's delicious. Oh yeah, this is totally off topic. Bear with me. So tonight is my company work party, Christmas work party, and it is catered, and there's going to be alcohol. So I'm going to tally up the calories and the protein and stuff that I'm at right now to give me a little bit of a gauge. I may not eat any of the food and just have some of the champagne and drinks and stuff. I know that there's alcohol 7 calories per gram, so it's higher calorically than protein or carbs. But it's a work party. It's the only one that we've had that I've since I've worked there. So don't really want to be that guy, and I'm not a professional bodybuilder, so I don't need to be that strict. But depending on what food they have, I'm either gonna not eat anything there and just have a couple of drinks, call it good. Or if they have some like really lean proteins, it's supposed to be Mexican food, so I might have a taco or two, which won't jack my calories out of, reasonable levels. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll throw a little video at the party in there. But until then, is what we got. So in the next old check-in, I'll show you what the calories are at for the day so far. But I'm gonna eat this and watch YouTube. Okay, so right here we got the calories and protein for the day. Or a little over 1,400 calories, a little over 130 grams of protein. So we have roughly 400 calories to play around with. That's a good amount of protein if I had some lean meats later. That's a few drinks. So we'll play with that a little bit when we see it. We'll play around with the idea of it when we see it. You may notice too that I have something called oil and seasoning. That's 400 calories. That's a custom item. I made a oil and seasoning thing because I don't measure anything out when I do that. I know not to drown my shit in oil, and I'm not gonna fucking count seasoning because it's just too difficult. So what I did is I made each serving 200 calories per meal. That could be a little high, could be a little low. I'm not really sure. I would assume it higher than lower because, for example, with all 4 pounds of chicken, I used, 4 tablespoons of oil, somewhere around there, and I think 2 tablespoons is 120 calories. But there's also the fat with the chicken thigh, a little bit more oil for the vegetables. So it's not super accurate, but it's just something to account for it. And I do 2 servings of it, just because normally I would trim some of the fat off the chicken thigh. I didn't this time, so I just did 2, and I'll be doing 2 probably from now on. And if it is over calorically, good for me, because it just means I'm going to be lower in calories than I anticipate, which is just better for the cut in the long run. I'm a little sad that the protein's only 130 grams. With 400 calories, it gives me a little bit of room to get some more protein in, but not much. And I do really want to hit that 200 grams while I can. I have already run into the difficulty of not having enough food prepped. For some reason, I thought that in the previous cut, I was doing 3 pounds of chicken and that would last me like 4 meals, sometimes 5. It was like 3.5 pounds. But I think I was doing 2 packs. I was actually getting 6 pounds. So I need to like double what I prep and make like 8 pounds of chicken, which is gonna take so fucking long. So what I'm gonna try to do is prep on Sundays and have 5 days worth of food. Probably not the best to be eating chicken thigh that's left in the fridge after 5 days, but whatever. If it looks gross, I won't eat it. But that way I don't have to cook for an hour and a half every 3 days when I only have 3 hours in total a day, let alone 2 hours after work at the end of the day. So I don't really want to spend cooking. I don't really want every hour of my day to be productive. So don't know why I keep looking over there. You can't even see what's going on. Yeah. It's 4:50 right now. We'd cut the walk short and I didn't have my afternoon walk, so I got home earlier, which is nice. But I gotta get ready, gotta shower, change. I'm gonna wrap the rest of these presents and get ready for a little work party.
I'll see you later. Okay, I am recording this the morning after because what I was expecting to be a relatively chill work party turned out to be a super sick night. I'm not going to go into all the details because your personal life you have to just enjoy and not put it on the internet sometimes. But what I will say is for food, it was Mexican food. I did have 2 small tacos. Calorically, I'm not really sure. It was mostly protein inside, but not like lean protein. So I'm going to assume somewhere around 500 calories for each of those, or for both of them, is what I would assume. And then for drinks, so it was alcohol was free. And we went to a few different spots, had drinks at all of them. I wasn't keeping track, but I'm going to assume anywhere from 8 to 10, ranging from like seltzers, a few seltzers, to like mixed drinks of the night. Maybe not 10 sounds excessive, probably 8, but still a lot of calories in that. So not really sure where the calories would be. Definitely higher, definitely more than 2,000 for sure. Not really sure how much more, but it was alcohol, and this morning I'm lighter. I already did a weigh-in for this video, so the next weigh-in is going to be for the next video, but let me tell you, I was lighter. Oh, and here is the steps for the day. 16,500. So honestly, for having a relatively chill walk number 3 and no walk number 4, 16,000 is still pretty good. I'm not going to complain about that. I do wish it was higher. I do really want to try to get that 20,000 every day of the work week, just for, you know, because why not squeeze it out, you know, while we're working. So, I don't know. That's going to be it for the video, though. I am going to leave now and go get some running shoes. So, I'll see you later. Love yourselves, love each other, be kind, spread love, and remember to have fun. See ya.